It is time to start. Hey there. Let's see if the sound works in a different way today than I usually do.
And this, she's mentioned in the very beginning of my thank you chapter. Jalissa Nixon kicked my butt on this book. She was like, "Girl, you're gonna write in 50 days. I want the draft." And I was like, "There's no way I can write a book in 50 days." But she's one of those people, if you know her,
Yes.
that made it happen. And she offered me a lot of very honest feedback. I think she's a very dynamite woman boss, and this book would not have been written had it not been for her.
Yes, I do know her well, and I'm so glad you mentioned her. I've been following her for a while, and she is such
Yeah.
a quiet force, but
Oh
one that
yes.
is so intensely positive and really wants to see you do well. And that you is like anybody who crosses her
Yes.
really wants to see
Yes.
you do well. And I know she's doing her own thing in the
She
AI.
is.
And
She is.
make sure that we drop her socials in this particular podcast. But we
Yes.
want to shout you out, Jalissa, for being a boss, making boss moves in your community. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Another segment that we like to delve.
Hey there, I'm Julie Nixon. With a certification from the Berkeley Law AI Institute, I am the only AI certified social worker in the United States. I am such an eager learner. I have 2 citations from the Connecticut State Legislature to prove it. Oops. I actually have 3 legislative citations and 1 record of testifying before the Connecticut Legislature. I have self-funded my AI adventures and am currently part of an intellectual property for business owners mastermind run by IP attorney Peter Nieves, Esquire. What I have learned so far in the mastermind has helped me consult with my aspiring author clients. I have influenced their responsible use of AI tools, including Claude, to help them retain their IP rights to their work. With 2 current clients in particular, I have saved them about $1,000 each by advising them not to use AI tools advertised to authors that train their LLMs on the author's inputs. Do you want to be the next author I support to success? Email me at the address on the screen. I look forward to talking with you soon.
And this, she's mentioned in the very
In the video.
beginning of my thank you chapter. Jalissa Nixon kicked my butt on this book. She was like, "Girl, you're gonna write in 50 days. I want the draft." And I was like, "There's no way I can write a book in 50 days." But she's one of those people, if you know her,
Yes.
that made it happen. And she offered me a lot of very honest feedback. I think she's a very dynamite woman boss, and this book would not have been written had it not been for her.
Yes, I do know her well, and I'm so glad you mentioned her. All right. I know the sound works. Hey there. It is Sunday, February 25th, 2024. We are back at it again with Sunday Brunch. If this is your first time joining, I want to say hey and welcome. I'm here as the Social Work Expat, and what I talk about is AI and how you can use AI to benefit your life, as well as some other little AI stuff. I also tell stories because it's brunchy. I always start off talking about what I'm wearing. Usually, it is about the perfume I'm wearing. I'm going to get to that. Then I'm going to tell a story because that's what I do. If you are here strictly for the AI stuff, hold on because we will definitely get to that. Let me make sure that all of the little streams are working. Looks like they're working. Looks like they're working a little slow on YouTube side, but here we go. So today I have not had on very much fragrance. which is unusual for me. All I have on today is Shea Butter 1 Million Elixir. This is by Fragrant Body Oils out of Florida. I really like their rendition of 1 Million Elixir. I know that it is marketed as a men's fragrance, but this version especially is very much unisex. And then I have the perfume oil on as well. I have the real deal Paco Rabanne 1 Million Elixir as well, but I did not put that on today. And this is not a craft, but I am wearing something I made. So I need to move to the right place so I can see this. If you have been with me before, you know that this is actually an improvement on what it used to be. So I am wearing something I made. This right here is a t-shirt design that I made using AI tools and Canva and Photoshop. Actually, it is the open source version of Photoshop. It's called GIMP. And I'm really happy with how it came out. One second. I do not like how this light is hitting. I'm gonna play the ad really quickly while I fix the lighting. Okay, we're back at it. One second. Followed her for a while, and she is such a quiet force, but one is so intensely positive and really wants to see you do well. And that you is like anybody who crosses her really wants to see you do well. And I know she's doing her own thing in the AI.
She is.
And
She is.
make sure that we drop her socials in this particular podcast. But we want to shout you out, Jalissa, for being a boss, making boss moves in your community. So thank you for that. Another segment that we like to delve.
Hey there, I'm Julie Nick.
Okay, I'm back. And I'm hopeful that the lighting is better, but we're gonna work with whatever it is. Perfume, craft. So this is sort of a craft project. I actually sent this design off to Etsy. An Etsy seller made this for me and got it back to me in time for, I did not put this up in time. Let's see if it's here. Here it is. For a development, I got to go off into the real world with my t-shirt and talk about social work and AI this past week. I am so stoked. It went really well, and I am really very pleased with how much I have learned in the past 7.5, 8 months at this point, and how much I was able to possibly help some of the very new to AI people who were in the audience. So thanks so much to the Good Business Summit for having me to be part of that panel. And I am thankful that I was able to have a tangible example of what AI can do for you in your regular life, and if you're someone who wants to sell t-shirts in your business. So that was awesome. I am also going to show another development that happened this past week. I was selected as a SheFi scholar for season 10, and the theme for SheFi season 10 is "The Frontier is Feminine." SheFi empowers professional women and non binary folks to succeed in frontier technologies like Web3 and AI. If this sounds like something that you would be interested in, there are scholarships available, and the scholarships are still available until March 3rd, 2024. If you are interested, please click the URL that is in the description of today's stream. Okay, I'm going to tell a story because that's what I do during Sunday Brunchy. Let me check to make sure the stream is working. It is working. It's working slowly. I have a very simplistic laptop, and it does not like when I do all of these things with it, but it gets the job done for now. And I'm thankful that it is staying true to the course and doing its job. So, my story for today, what I usually ask is, who is benefiting from the story you are telling yourself? And today's story, I think, is going to center around Levi Strauss. So, just because I range around YouTube and listen to different stories and try to find life lessons and stuff, I was actually looking at the process that it takes to make denim. And you know how YouTube autoplays. There was a video that came up. It was by Levi Strauss's, I want to say, great grandson. And he was talking about denim. And he was talking about the jeans industry and where Levi Strauss comes in. What I found really interesting in the history of denim and of the Levi Strauss company was that the fabric that we now call denim used to be considered material for horse blankets. And initially, it didn't sell as workwear. It was coveralls during the gold rush. They were coveralls and they didn't sell that well. What happened was that another gentleman, who I have to go find his name because I went and looked all of this up after I watched the YouTube video, he came to Levi Strauss and he said, "You know what would make your jeans more durable? Copper rivets." So this guy, and I wish I had written down his name. Um, I'll search for it afterward. If anybody's interested, if you want to know who I'm talking about, put it in the chat or message me and I will get the name for you. So he was the one who suggested, and I have my backpack here. This is not actual denim, but this is close enough. And these are rivets. I don't have any jeans on today. I don't even think I have real jeans with me. So these are rivets. These are not copper, but these are rivets. And what these do is they make stress areas reinforced and stronger so they don't fall apart. That was very important for working in gold mines and during the gold rush, and became very important for the Levi Strauss company. Why do I bring this up? Because what we feel like is a small thing or not an important development, or it's just a little suggestion, it's not that big of a deal, Levi Strauss Company and the denim industry that we know today could have just stayed horse blankets if it were not for the suggestion of this other man. However, I can't even remember his name. His name and his contribution to the overall success of the Levi Strauss Company and the denim industry are lost to history for the most part. Why do I say that? Because I'm asking who is benefiting from the story you are telling yourself. What you have to offer is important. Even if it seems like the smallest suggestion, what you have to offer the world, the suggestions that you have, the ideas that you have, they're important. They're very important. And if you feel like there's something inside you that can help you and someone else, please continue to work on that because it is important. You're important. And I will end my little story for today asking the same question I ask every Sunday. Who is benefiting from the story you are telling yourself? Never underestimate the power that your seemingly small suggestions and recommendations make, because they can make a huge difference. All right, all right. It is now time to get to the nitty gritty of why this thumbnail is here. Let us write and publish an ebook. My goal this weekend was to go as far as I could with the ebook writing process. So, for Book Doula service, there is a 7-step process to go from your idea to a publication. And this right here is the actual physical book of my first Book Doula client, Melissa Bloom, EDD. The book title is Queen Bee Chronicles: Empowering Women to Challenge Biases and Spark Change. This can be found on Amazon. Here's the back of the book with her lovely photo. Congratulations again, Melissa. So, these are the 7 steps to go from an idea to a finished publication. Be that a physical book, an ebook, an audiobook, a journal, a pamphlet. All of these are publications, right? So, going over the 7 steps, we have step 1, which is research and outline. I went over step 1 Friday night. Step 2 and step 3, you're not reading it wrong. Both of these are about your draft. Step 2 is starting your draft. Step 3 is finishing your draft. These are very important steps. The writing process to me is the most important part of a publication process, especially if you are looking to publish your own original ideas. You have to make sure that you give yourself enough time to get your ideas down and drafted. Step 4 is to self-edit with AI tools. I'm checking the stream here. Okay. Okay, it's still working. Okay, good. Is to self-edit with AI tools. This is where, we get really close to our work and sometimes we have a hard time reading and comprehending where the grammatical errors are or where we might want to change wording around. Step 4 is where we get help from AI tools to do that and make editing suggestions for us. Step 5 is a two-part process. First part is to send your draft off to others for editing. That could be a professional editing service, or if you have a trusted team of beta readers, you can send your draft off to your beta readers for them to review and give suggestions on improvements. That's the first part. The second part of step 5 is to begin the formatting, designing, and layout process for your book. Step 5 bleeds into step 6, which is designing your book cover. And then step 7, which is the most exciting part, is to publish your book, your publication, your journal, your audiobook, your ebook. That is the Book Doula writing process. All of these steps have AI tools that can help speed the process for you. And there are also AI tools that you can use that will make sure that you keep your intellectual property or that your idea does not feed the machine behind the AI. If you don't care about that and all you want is to get some marketing materials out super fast, you can do all of this with ChatGPT and Canva. So Friday night, we went through step 1. Yesterday, we went through step 2. I gave a suggestion on what AI tool would work best for speeding the process of writing your draft. And I will go to that and give a little demonstration of that AI tool again today. Let me move this inset over because I want to go to step 2. While it's moving over to step 2, let me check the chat. All right, it's fine. Let's get to step 2. All right. If you're interested in the process that I used to research and outline, have a look at Friday night's stream. The entire process is there, including my use of Gemini and Google Trends, both of which are free resources that are available to you if you have a Google account. Okay, so for step 2 and step 3, I would recommend, and I'm going to open a new document, and I'm going to share this window. The best way to get, all right, the best way to get this AI tool to work for you is to be on Google Chrome. So here on screen is Google Chrome. and I will demonstrate how best to use Google Chrome, which has AI tools built into it for your writing process. This is to help speed the process for you, and it is a good trick that you can use both on your computer, and if you have the Google Docs app on your phone, you're able to use this as well. So what I have here is a new document. On the File menu, I am going to go to Tools, and then I'm going to scroll down to Voice Typing. I'm going to choose Voice Typing. And just for demonstration purposes, you see there's a microphone here in the upper left corner. We're going to click the microphone, and we are going to start to talk. As you can see, Google Docs is transcribing what I am saying, period. This is an excellent way to get your ideas out of your head and onto electronic paper faster than typing, period. I am pressing enter to get new lines, period. This is also a wonderful way to take an outline that you have already created and talk out your rough draft, period. So, as you can see, the voice typing function here in Tools is a wonderful AI tool that you can use to speed step 2 of the Book Doula writing process and step 3. So I'm going to close these windows of Google Docs because the more windows I have open, the less my computer likes it. And I want my computer to stay happy so that we can finish today's brunch. Now, we're going to move to step 5. We're going to move to step 5. Step 5 and step 6, where we start formatting and designing the layout for our book or publication, and where we start working on, let me fix this window, and where we also start working on it doesn't like this. It won't let me move back. I see. There we go. This is where Canva comes into play. Canva is a wonderful resource if you want drag and drop ability for slide decks, for marketing materials, for report forms, just about anything that you can think of for desktop publishing, you can use Canva for. I'm gonna move this over up in the corner here. Okay. One of the things that I've been doing for this weekend is using the Pomodoro technique, which is 25-minute sprints with 5-minute breaks. I am going to employ the 5-minute break really quickly.
And just she's mentioned in the very beginning of my thank you chapter, Jalissa Nixon kicked my butt on this book. She was like, "Girl, you're gonna write it in 50 days. I want the draft." And I was like, "There's no way I can write a book in 50 days." But she's one of those people, if you know her,
Yes.
that made it happen. And she offered me a lot of very honest feedback. I think she's a very dynamite woman boss, and this book would not be written had it not been for her.
Yes, I do know her well, and I'm so glad you mentioned her. I've been following her for a while, and she is such a quiet force, but is so intensely positive and really wants to see you do well. And that you is like anybody who crosses her. Really wants to see you do well. And I know she's doing her own thing in the AI.
She is.
And make sure that we drop her socials in this particular podcast. But we want to shout you out, Jalissa, for being a boss, making boss moves in your community. So thank you for that. Another segment that we like to delve.
Hey there, I'm Julie Nixon. With a certification from the Berkeley Law AI Institute, I am the only AI certified social worker in the United States. I am such an eager learner. I have 2 citations from the Connecticut State Legislature to prove it. Oops. I actually have 3 legislative citations and 1 record of testifying before the Connecticut Legislature. I have self-funded my AI adventures and am currently part of an intellectual property for business owners mastermind run by IP attorney Peter Nieves, Esquire. What I have learned so far in the mastermind has helped me consult with my aspiring author clients. I have influenced their responsible use of AI tools, including Claude, to help them retain their IP rights to their work. With 2 current clients in particular, I have saved them about $1,000 each by advising them not to use AI tools advertised to authors that train their LLMs on the author's inputs. Do you want to be the next author I support to success? Email me at the address on the screen. I look forward to talking with you soon.
And she's mentioned in the very beginning of my thank you chapter, Jalissa Nixon kicked my butt on this book. She was like, "Girl, you're gonna write in 50 days. I want the draft." And I was like, "There's no way I can write a book in 50 days." But she's one of those people, if you know her, that made it happen. And she offered me a lot of very honest feedback. I think she's a very dynamite woman boss, and this book would not be written had it not been for her.
Yes, I do know her well, and I'm so glad you mentioned her. I've been following her for a while, and she is such a quiet force, but is so intensely positive and really wants to see you do well. And that you is like anybody who crosses her. Really wants to see you do well. And I know she's doing her own thing in the AI.
She is.
And make sure that we drop her socials in this particular podcast. But we want to shout you out, Jalissa, for being a boss, making boss moves in your community. So thank you for that. Another segment that we like to delve.
Hey there, I'm Julie Nixon with a certification.
Okay, that's not 5 minutes, but that is enough of a break for me. Let's get back on screen and set our 25-minute timer. We are going to look at how Canva can help with the publication formatting process. If you are someone who is looking to self-publish, mostly because it is a very long process and a process that is filled with rejection to get a publishing house to publish your work. Or if a publishing house can't or won't publish your work, you can go the self-publishing route. That is where my ebook marathon came from. My goal is to self-publish my social work book in time for Social Work Month, which is March. And as you know, March starts at the end of this week. So here we are looking at my Canva account. As you can see, I have a personal account and it is free. So what I am looking for is a book template. I'm going to put ebook template and see what happens. As you can see, it shows template here, and let's see what comes up. Canva is an awesome resource. They do have a free option, which is what I use. They have a paid option as well, which I am thinking of purchasing the paid option because they have so many additional benefits to using the paid option that even though I don't have it, I highly recommend it, especially if your goal is to speed up the process. So here we're seeing ebook templates. And as you can see, there are over 100,000 ebook templates. What I'm going to do is filter. Right here, when the filters come up, what you want to do if you have a free version is you want to move all the way down the filters list and you want to click on free. What this does is it will eliminate all of the templates that are not free. And let's see what we have to work with the free option as soon as that comes up. This is part of not just step 5 of the ebook process, but it is also the beginning of step 6 of the process. My goal today during Sunday brunch is to show some of the templates and also to design a book cover as an example. So as you can see, once we have filtered out the paid versions of ebook templates, we still have almost 18,000 templates to choose from. That's a lot. As you saw when I clicked on the filters, you can also filter by color and different things like that if that's something you're interested in. Personally, I change the colors on every template that I ever get, so it doesn't really make much difference to me. So let's see. Okay. Let's try this one. This one's very simple. This is an ebook cover. This is an ebook cover. So to use this, we click Customize this template. What that does is, at least on my laptop, it brings up a new tab. And what Canva does is if you choose a template, it will make a copy of that template and put it into your list of projects within Canva so that the next time you go looking for it, it's there. Right here is the name of the template. And because this has been moved over into my project, I'm going to change the name of this. Okay. Okay. And I will change it to Ebook Marathon 225-24 ebook cover. All right. So if I wanted to go back to the templates really quickly and have a look to see if there are any interior pages, let's try ebook template multiple pages just to see what happens. I have purchased from a content creator who specializes in coaching people on how to put together ebooks. I have an ebook template. I'm not going to share it on screen because that is her intellectual property. It is the same reason why I am actually showing demonstration things on this stream as opposed to my actual work. So what I showed on Friday night was an example, and I said that all in Friday night's stream. What I showed on Saturday was an example based on what I worked on Friday, was really helpful and useful stuff. And what I'm showing now is also an example. So where it has multiple pages templates, it shows 135,000. I'm going to filter for the free ones yet again. All right. I'm going to choose a style this time. I'll choose elegant and then nothing for a category. Yeah, I'll choose print products. We'll see if anything makes a difference with that. I'm going to click on free. If it will let me click on free. There we go. And I'm going to click apply. Let's see how many ebook template multiple page templates show up as opposed to just ebook covers. Now, if I find that it only shows ebook covers, we can work with those as well. And as you can see right here, this one has 7 pages, and if you just stay on a design, it will move through what those pages are. So beige and blush simple has multiple pages. Journaling for self-care has multiple pages as well. Let's see what else we have here, just to see. And you can look at the bottom right here of each, here's the title of the document or the offering on Canva, and then it will tell you exactly what it is down here. And this is a website. So I'm going to go back to journaling for self-care and click on that one. That has a cover and interior pages, which I think is good for this demonstration. And as you can see, right here on the side under the document name, it has the dimensions. That is always good to know for when you are making a print product or what the dimensions are that you have to work with for an ebook as well. So we'll click customize this template. This has multiple, and so I like that better. I'm going to close that ebook cover that I just had. My computer doesn't like that, so I'm going to leave it alone. It's getting there. It's getting there. Let me check the chat just in case. Okay. It's not showing anything, so that looks fine to me. I will also say that if you are interested in learning more about the Book Doula services, please feel free to use the QR code in the corner or email me at the email address in the description of this video or on the screen. What have we got here? Okay. And so this is talking about the fact that this particular journaling for self-care 5-page document is a lead magnet. I just want to close this other one just to give my poor computer some more bandwidth. I'm also going to close my Google Docs here. I was going to go over what I did yesterday, but it's on the stream. And if you're interested, please feel free to have a look at yesterday's stream. It has some very good information for you about verifying what AI chatbots give you and some processes you can use to verify that information. So I'm going to change the name of this just so that because it's in my projects, I can find it later. I'm just going to put today's date and I'll leave the lead magnet part. Okay. As you can see over here, there are additional templates that are showing up on the side. And any template you see that doesn't have a crown or if it will show any or a dollar sign, and I don't see any with dollar signs, you can feel free to use those templates for free. So that is always helpful to speed your process and formatting along. I'm going to close that just to give more space on the screen, and we'll make this a little bigger. Just a little bigger. There we go. So this is the book cover. This is the ebook cover, and we will work with that in a moment. Here is the layout. It includes different font types and text. Last week, yes, I want to say it was last week. Last week, I showed an ebook version of a report that I had created, and it has all of these elements as well. You can see this very nice border and then the interior. And say you wanted to move this around. You can do so. Say you wanted more edging, you can have that as well. If you want to change the color of the background, what you do is right here in the upper left corner, you click on color, and that brings up color templates and color choices. Just for demonstration purposes, I think I'm going to change the color to green. It matches my shirt. And because this is the background, it's not allowing me to change the background color, but as you can see, each page has different formatting, which is always good for visual interest. And I'll change this color too, just to do so. It was green. We'll make it that flesh tone. You can also see the images are in a particular layout. You can change the images. You can make new images. You can get rid of the images if you want to. And then, because this is a lead magnet, the call to action is at the very back. And you can see the layout for that as well. If you wanted your schedule a free call text to be connected or linked to your Calendly or to your booking page or to your website, you can also do that here. So Canva is a wonderful resource for getting ideas for templates or just using an existing template and then changing things around to your specifications and your liking. So just for demonstration purposes and to show an AI tool that you can use for images for your book cover, I am going to switch over to ChatGPT. All right. Before I do that, let me have the steps move forward up in the corner here. All right, we're going to do the book cover. So for a book cover, you definitely want to make sure that you are thinking about what kind of book you have and your audience, and also what you would like your book baby's cover to look like. So for my social work ebook example, I'm going to choose to have ChatGPT help me. And I see it's not showing on the screen. Let's see if it will. You don't like Chrome today? Here's ChatGPT. All right. So here we go. This is the paid version of ChatGPT. Well, this is the original paid version of ChatGPT, and it is called ChatGPT Plus now. And I am going to ask it some questions about what I should do for my book cover. And then I'm going to ask it for suggestions on the design of the book cover. Then I don't have to really do a huge amount of thinking. ChatGPT gives me suggestions and then I can implement them. So this is a new chat, and here is the prompt that I'm thinking will work. I am looking to publish an ebook regarding social work and transferable skills. The target audience is BSW and MSW level social workers who are looking to make more money with the skills, education, and experience they already have. Please tell me what types of book covers would appeal to this target audience. Please tell me, nope, that's too vague. Please tell me 7, just an arbitrary number, 7 types of book covers that would appeal to this target audience. So in this prompt, I am telling ChatGPT what it is that I am interested in. I am answering, before it asks me, the question of who my target audience is and giving a little bit of a psychographic information about the target audience. And now the last sentence is the command that I'm giving ChatGPT. I want it to give me 7 types of book covers that would appeal to this target audience. I'm going to finish this prompt with an instruction about how I want the information back. Please provide your response in a numbered list. I asked ChatGPT for a numbered list because sometimes it doesn't give me the full number of things that I asked for. And with a numbered list, I can keep track. Okay, we have 1. It's also giving example titles. That's interesting. Okay, 2. We have 3. We have 4. We have 5. We have 6. We have 7. I'm going to read the suggestions that ChatGPT provided. These are good suggestions, and I can then take one of these suggestions and move on with it. We have a professional and clean design. It says use a clean, minimalist design with a focus on typography. Choose a powerful professional font and a neutral or muted color palette. It says the title could be the focal point, possibly with a subtitle that clarifies the benefit. And it gave an example. Then the second type says inspirational imagery. It says feature an inspirational image that represents growth or success, such as a person climbing steps or reaching for the sky. This symbolizes the journey of social workers striving for greater achievements. That's 25 minutes. I'm going to keep going. The imagery should be subtle and blend well with the text. So that's the second one. The third one is symbolic representation. It says use symbols or icons that represent social work and growth, such as interlocking hands, a bridge, or a tree with deep roots and extensive branches. These symbols can subtly convey the idea of transferable skills and expansion beyond traditional roles. I don't like that one, but it's there. Number 4, success stories snapshot. Incorporate imagery, blah, blah, blah. Incorporate images or silhouettes of diverse individuals who could represent successful social workers. This can create a personal connection with potential readers and suggest that the book includes real world success stories or testimonials. Number 5, infographic style. Design the cover to mimic an infographic using icons and short bursts of text to hint at the practical, data-driven advice inside. This could include icons representing money, networking, education, and skill development. No, I don't like that one, but it is an option. 6, elegant and abstract designs. Use abstract designs that convey transformation or evolution, such as a butterfly or a phoenix, to symbolize personal and professional growth. The design should be elegant and visually appealing to professionals seeking advancement. Number 7, interactive or digital look. Given the ebook format, a cover that hints at the digital nature of the resource might be appealing. Use elements that suggest interactivity, such as a touch screen or digital interface, subtly implying that the book is a modern tool for career development. And then it says, each of these cover types can be tailored to specifically resonate with BSW and MSW level social workers by incorporating elements relevant to their profession and aspirations. The key is to blend visual appeal with the promise of valuable, actionable content that can help them achieve their career goals. So this is generic enough that it is useful. I think I am going to, let me move back up so I can see. I'm going to ask ChatGPT for a professional and clean design. Okay, thank you. So the reason that I am doing this for the book cover is to show different ways that you can get ideas to help speed up your image generation process. Please generate a sample book cover image. We're going to choose the professional and clean in a professional and clean design style. The colors should be muted, taupes, neutral browns, and blues. Please make the title on the image read empowering social workers to thrive. Okay, so I asked ChatGPT for 7 different types of book covers that might appeal to the target audience that I put into the first prompt. And after reading over the different types of book covers that it suggested, I have given ChatGPT for a an instruction to make a book cover. So here's one. Okay, please make another version of a of the a book cover with the same parameters. Please make the typography the focus, the focal point of the cover. Let's see what it does this time. One thing that I found interesting lately with ChatGPT is that it stopped providing me, at least, PNG images, and what it's been providing when it creates an image is a .webp image. I'm not sure why. Um, this is generic enough. Let's try this one. Not certain what all of that wavy stuff is with the social workers, but let's try this. No, let's ask for one more. Um, Thank you. Please make one more version so I have 3 to choose from. So we're going to have a third one and see what it looks like. And it is generating. This is showing showing hardcover books, but of course, any of these 3 designs, I don't like these. I don't like these, but if you had to choose one of the 3, which of these 3 do you like best? I think I'm liking the lighter colored one better, but I don't like any of them. Very sad. I am not loving these, but if I had to choose, I think it would be the first one. So I'm going to take this first one and download it. So if you have ChatGPT, or if you're using any other text to image generator, and if you need ideas about text to image generators, you can have a look at some of my other videos. There are several with suggestions on which ones I like. We're going to click the download button. And as you can see right here, the end of the document has not PNG, it has WEBP. So I don't know why ChatGPT has decided to change the type of image document that it provides, but there you go. I am now going to close Chrome because my computer does not like having all of this stuff open at once. And I am also going to do a little 5-minute break. While I am waiting for me to get myself together a little bit. We're going to do a 5-minute break. I went over with the Pomodoro technique, but that's okay. There we go.
And this, she's mentioned in the very beginning of my thank you chapter. Julissa Nixon kicked my butt on this book. She was like, "Girl, you're gonna write in 50 days. I want the draft." And I was like, "There's no way I can write a book in 50 days." But she's one of those people, if you know her,
Yes,
that made it happen. And she offered me a lot of very honest feedback. I think she's a very dynamite woman boss, and this book would not be written had it not been for her.
yes, I do know her well, and I'm so glad you mentioned her. I've been following her for a while, and she is such a quiet force, but is so intensely positive and really wants to see you do well. And that you is like anybody who crosses her. Really wants to see you do well. And I know she's doing her own thing in the AI.
She is.
And make sure that we drop her socials in this particular podcast. But we want to shout you out, Julissa, for being a boss, making boss moves in your community. So thank you for that. Another segment that we like to delve.
Hey there, I'm Julie Nixon. With a certification from the Berkeley Law AI Institute, I am the only AI certified social worker in the United States. I am such an eager learner. I have 2 citations from the Connecticut State Legislature to prove it. Oops. I actually have 3 legislative citations and 1 record of testifying before the Connecticut Legislature. I have self-funded my AI adventures and am currently part of an intellectual property for business owners mastermind run by IP attorney Peter Nieves, Esquire. What I have learned so far in the mastermind has helped me consult with my aspiring author clients. I have influenced their responsible use of AI tools, including Claude, to help them retain their IP rights to their work. With 2 current clients in particular, I have saved them about $1,000 each by advising them not to use AI tools advertised to authors that train their LLMs on the author's inputs. Do you want to be the next author I support to success? Email me at the address on the screen. I look forward to talking with you soon.
And this, she's mentioned in the very beginning of my thank you chapter. Julissa Nixon kicked my butt on this book. She was like, "Girl, you're going to write in 50 days. I want the draft." And I was like, "There's no way I can write a book in 50 days." But she's one of those people, if you know her, that made it happen. And she offered me a lot of very honest feedback. I think she's a very dynamite woman boss. And this book would not be written had it not been for her.
Yes, I do know her well, and I'm so glad you mentioned her. I've been following her for a while, and she is such a quiet force, but is so intensely positive and really wants to see you do well. And that you is like anybody who crosses her. really wants to
Yes.
see you do well. And I know she's doing her own thing in the AI.
She is.
And
She is.
make sure that we drop her socials in this particular podcast. But
Yes.
we want to shout you out, Jalissa, for being a boss, making boss moves in your community. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Another segment that we like to delve.
Hey there, I'm Julie Nixon. With a certification from the Berkeley Law AI Institute, I am the only AI certified social worker in the United States. I am such an eager learner. I have 2 citations from the Connecticut State Legislature to prove it. Oops. I actually have 3 legislative citations and 1 record of testifying before the Connecticut Legislature. I have self-funded my AI adventures and am currently part of an intellectual property for business owners mastermind run by IP attorney Peter Nieves, Esquire. What I have learned so far in the mastermind has helped me consult with my aspiring author clients. I have influenced their responsible use of AI tools, including Claude, to help them retain their IP rights to their work. With 2 current clients in particular, I have saved them about $1,000 each by advising them not to use AI tools advertised to authors that train their LLMs on the author's inputs. Do you want to be the next author I support to success? Email me at the address on the screen.
All right. Let's get back into it. We are designing a book cover for our ebook. Let me get my video to come back on. Oh, it doesn't like that I messed with it. Okay. Let's see if it will let me do it. Come with me, and you'll be the world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see that is my imagination. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. Okay, it's working again. We are at the book cover designing portion of the 7-step process from idea to publication. And we're over here using Canva. We used ChatGPT in the last portion. That's okay. We used ChatGPT in the last portion to give some mock-ups and suggestions about what would work well for the demographic in question. I didn't really like any of the images that it provided, but they were good. They were good suggestions. I think now I'm going to close Gemini because I'm not going to use that today. I'm going to set the next 25-minute timer. Ooh, there we go. And let's make an image to put on the cover. Okay. Had to moisturize after washing my hands, so there we go. All right. I can go back to ChatGPT, but I will not because it's going to make my computer crash. If you have enough RAM and are not running many different programs at once, this should not be an issue. But because I am, I'm not going to go back to ChatGPT. What I'll do is I'm going to open I'm going to open Night Cafe. So Night Cafe is a text to image generator program. It has a free option version. You get credits and you use those credits on generating images. Um, because I wanted to use the professional and clean design, I think I'll just make a very generic creation. And what I want to do is wait for the web page to come up fully. All right. We have to wait until it logs me in because I have been here before. Okay, it shows me as logged in. I'm going to go to create. Okay. This is what Night Cafe's little creation board area looks like. You can, on the left-hand side here, choose what model you want to use to generate your image. It looks like they have added DALL-E 3 to their models. That's great. If you choose to only make images, then you don't really have to get ChatGPT Plus to get access to DALL-E 3. So these are examples of the different models that are available. They call these checkpoints. And then you can train your own model if you would like. And then down here, there are fine-tuned models that are available if you have a pro account with Night Cafe. I do not have a pro account with any text to image generator programs or apps with the exception of ChatGPT, and I did not get it ChatGPT. I didn't get the pro version for image generation purposes. But many of my thumbnails, including today's thumbnail with her lack of arms on her glasses, this was generated, this image right here was generated using ChatGPT, as was the little shadow image for the Book Doula with a little bit of extra, Photoshop work. So, what to do? I don't want a person. I don't necessarily want a cartoon. So, we'll leave this model, the SDXL 1.0, and we're going to put a text prompt in. What do I want this to look like? I don't know. An elegant, nope. Yeah, why not? An elegant, neutral image of conveying opportunity, optimistic opportunity, Um, what would that be? I'm gonna put gender neutral. Let's see. Let's see what it comes up with. This is so vague that this could turn into pretty much anything. As I move down here, there's an advanced prompt editor. I'll just click on that to show. Here's my text prompt, right? And then these are ways you can fine tune the output. Here's Hyperreal. There's Night Cafe. I wouldn't recommend using Night Cafe for anything unless you want like kind of a gothic look to your image. Artistic portrait would be good if I wanted a portrait, but I don't. Let's try color painting. I'm thinking color painting. Oh, they've added some. Yeah, they've added some. We'll try color painting. Let's move back up. Or pop art, but let's try color painting. I can't tell if it chose it or not. Let's see. Add to your prompt by clicking a preset style. So I clicked on color painting and I see that it has added some information to the prompt. And now back on the left side, I could choose between 1 and 16 images being generated. This will use, so every image will use 1 credit. I'm fine with doing a one shot. And then you can choose the aspect ratio, how you want this to show up. Since I'm doing this for a book cover, 1:1 should be fine. And you see down here, the total cost is 1 credit. And I will click create. Let's see what this very, very vague prompt will yield. Click create and let's see. Okay. I like this one better than the first one. And it made 2 because I clicked create twice, but I like this one better. It looks like abstract art. So what I'm going to do now is click the download button right here, and I'm going to download this image. And as you can see, it is saving it as a, you might not be able to see it, but as a JPEG file. Okay, that's new. It looks like none of these image generators are saving as PNG files anymore. So that's interesting. Social work example.